Good morning, everyone. Today's topic of project management is life cycle phases. When we are developing a software product, it cannot be developed as a whole. It has to be characterized into different processes. Now, when talking about a development of a software project, it can be divided into different phases. Now, this phases is nothing but the life cycle phases. Basically, the development can be divided into two parts, that is research and development part and the production part. Now, since the production has to be divided into two phases, so if any one part is given more importance than the other, then the project is going to be unsuccessful. Like if we only pay attention for the research and development, that is only considering how the product has to be developed, when it has to be developed, who is going to develop the product, what is the architecture of the product, and do not consider the production phase, that is the actual production of the project is being done in the production phase, then in that case the project is going to be unsuccessful. Now, in the similar fashion, if only emphasis or importance is given only to the production phase, then in that case also the project is going to be unsuccessful. So, for this reason, modern dev project pay well defined attention for the two phases. So whenever it is going to transition from a research phase to a production phase, there is a well defined milestone which pays attention to the transition and the development of the project. Modern software development process, it undergoes through the following three processes. The first part says that what plan has to be followed, what are the requirements, what is the architecture, and along with this there is a well defined synchronization between these different points. The second point says that when we are developing a software product, there are chances that there may be different types of risks. So proper measures are developed in order to find out the risks and also the progress and quality of the product. The third point says that the intermediate artifact that as are to be developed or is being developed should demonstrate their functionality in between so that we can guarantee the progress and quality of the product. Generally, the software is being developed in order to have a good economy of scale and higher return of investment. So if we want that the product should have a good economy of scale and higher return, then it must have modern techniques of developing this software, that is new technologies should be used, process automation should be done, and also component based development method should be used in order to reduce the time for the development of the project. Now, the life cycle of a software production can be basically divided into two stages, that is engineering stage and the production stage. When we're talking about the engineering stage, that is actually the planning architecture is being developed here. So the number of people that are required in the engineering stage are less in numbers because their main task is only to design and synthesize the activities. Now, the second stage of a life cycle is the production stage. Here, actually, the production of the product is being developed. Since the production is in large stage, or we can say since the production is being done, here larger number of people are being involved, and here the main task is construction, testing, and development of the product. The following table will clear more concept about the two stages. Now, if we can see in this table, the whole stage or the whole life cycle is divided into two parts, that is engineering and the production part. And these two stages mainly concentrate on the following aspect, like risk reduction, production, activities, assessment, economic, and management. When we are talking about the engineering stage, here the emphasis is on when the product is going to be scheduled or what time the particular activities is going to be executed. The second is what is the architecture of the product. The third is like analyzing, finding out what if the production is in the correct path or not. Now if the production is in the correct path, then what are the result of the activities that has been done up till now. Now here main importance or main point is that here it focuses on this economy of scale resolution. That is, if we are developing the product, it should not lead to more cost, but as we develop the product in the further stage, it should reduce the cost of the product. And also it emphasis on planning of the whole project. When we are talking about production stage, here the emphasis on cost of the product, what is the baseline, that is a dummy, then how it is implemented, whether it is tested or not, and if tested, what are the different risks. Third is the production leading to economy of scale or not, and a main emphasis is done or is concentrated on what are the operations that are being used in order to produce the product. Now the transition from engineering stage to a production stage is very important, because if a proper planning is not done in the engineering stage, then the production or the product that will be produced will be not of beneficiary. So there is a very much importance given for the transition of engineering to production stage, because in the production, when you are going in the production phase, it has to be confirmed whether all the stakeholders are agreed upon the activities that we are going to follow, who the people who are actually going to implement the product has a good understanding of the product or the problem. Now all the stakeholders are confirming that we should go in the production phase or not. So the transition between the engineering stage to production stage is given a very much importance. If we look at the following